What's going on, you guys? Welcome back. Finally back from Long Beach. FD Long Beach was freaking insane. I loved it. Every year is always, something cool and interesting happening. But yeah, FD, amazing. If you guys ever want to go to a Formula Drift event, I recommend going to Long Beach. Probably the best Formula Drift event that they have, just because it is the opener and it's the street of Long Beach. So everyone's just super competitive and, throwing the cars into the wall, and, it's just a fun event. So anyways, I'm back. That means it's finally time to work on the 240s again. This one's just been sitting all winter long. So finally, this one and the Drift 1J can finally get worked on again. Try to get the drift car ready for this season's drift event and kind of just go over everything that needs to be fixed and changed on the car for this event. So let's go over that. But yeah, last time I had a video of this car, it was at the drift event. I guess I never really did a video on the things that happened to the car, how the car handled. So basically I'm just going to do that now, kind of do like a spring refresher on the car and basically just go over everything that, broke on the car, caused issues on the car. I don't know, just basically everything that, I don't know, how the car handled up basically, and the things that I need to change for this season or get ready for the season. So alright, going over the car. 1J handled amazing on there on the track. Power wise, it was amazing compared to the SR20. More torque, more horsepower. The only issue I really had with the 1J was overheating issues. For one thing, the cap kept coming loose, kept leaking coolant all over the place. This hose is completely leaking now. There's barely any coolant in here. Yeah, overheating issue was the main issue I had with the 1J. So I got to figure out a way to fix this. Hopefully I can get the chase bay, what do you want to call this, like the upper neck for the coolant hose, and I can just kind of make a lower mount on it. Maybe that'll solve the issue. I don't know. That's worth the investment for now. Literally nothing blocking the radiator, so I have no clue what the issue is. The fans are pulling in air, it's not sucking them out. But yeah, that's one of the main issues that we need to diagnose or fix on this car, because it sucks taking one lap out there and overheating as soon as you're done with that lap. It kind of sucks. But yeah, that's basically the main thing I need to figure out about this car is overheating issues. I mean, other than that, this car was amazing on the track. Definitely a great seat time car. I mean, it would be a great seat time car if it didn't overheat. For power wise, tire wise, I literally, hold on, when I went through this, I literally bought 6 tires and only went through one freaking set of tires. These are still the same as the tires I went there with. And I probably got multiple laps, probably 20 laps out there on the road course. And I mean, there's still a shit ton of tread on that. So I'm very surprised by the tire wear on this car. It's not like a 400 horsepower car where I'm just flying through tires. So besides the overheating issue with the car, I actually had no other issues with the car at the track. Nothing broke out there, surprisingly. I mean, besides the tie rod I hit a dip that completely bent the stock S14 tie rods. I mean, they are super thin, so I was actually kind of expecting that anyways. And I don't know if it's from that hit or what it was, or just maybe because it's just an old ass steering rack. Steering rack is completely shot now. I don't know if you can see under there, but it's leaking, it's destroyed. So I went ahead and ordered a new steering rack. Next video I'll install that with maybe the sway bar. That's another thing too, is the sway bar. I ran no sway bar at Brainerd. Horrible idea. I recommend if you guys are running like a grassroots car, always have a sway bar on your car, and just have your car as stiff as you can. Without the sway bar on my car was constantly rolling. I'll put a clip here if you guys can see that. But the car is rolling in every transition. It didn't feel good. I wanted to test it out, but it's definitely not something I would recommend or I'm going to do again. So installing this sway bar, putting in the new steering rack, because the steering rack's completely shot. It sounds like shit, and it's leaking all over the place. So yeah, other than that, nothing else seems to be mechanically or engine wise an issue with this car right now. So I guess the only other thing I can really think of is oh yeah, my runs got cut short at the event because my return coolant line on the bottom of the block of the 1J actually blew off, and literally all the coolant on my car came out. It was all over the inside of my car. I have a hole at the bottom of my trans tunnel, so I can put the R154 in there. But basically, I don't know if I can find it in here, but it's somewhere down there. Yeah, there's a little coolant return line, I think, or maybe it's a send unit to go to the I don't know what called, the heater core. Anyways, that whole hose blew off. I couldn't fix that at the event just due to the location of it and trying to pop, you know, that fitting back in, I couldn't really do that. So I called it quits after that. So literally the whole inside of my car is just covered in coolant right now. So it's a mess. New paint's all dirty again, but you know, whatever, it's drifting. At this point, you know, learn from it, fix the car. The car will be better for next event. And you know, it won't pop off again, hopefully. Fingers crossed it will pop off again. Alright, so all the featured parts they got for this car, Street Faction bash bars are coming in, so I am getting the front ones that have the jack point. You know, after crashing this car at the event a couple years ago and not having a freaking bash bar in the front of my car, worst idea ever. So instantly bought a bash bar. I don't know why I didn't buy one last year. It's a good thing nothing happened last year. But yeah, front bash bar, I ordered that, and also the rear bash bar for the rear. I don't want to run the OEM bumper anymore. It's just, I don't know, it's not really my look. So right now I'm going to run no bumper this year. No rear bumper, at least try to run like a Rocket Bunny style rear end. I do want to get like a chassis mounted wing in the future, so hopefully that's something I can do. Maybe get rid of the 326 wing, I don't know. I was debating, you know, maybe chassis mount with a little ducktail. That would look pretty cool with, you know, having no rear bumper. It's probably something I'm going to do. What else? Oh yeah, spacers on my wheel. I also need spacers. Fitment is pretty whack on it right now, but you know, whatever. We're getting there. The car's getting built, you know. Slowly getting to, you know, the point I want it to be at, but definitely nothing like this car. You know, if I had the money, I would definitely still drift that car. That car probably handles way better than this car, doesn't overheat, and it's more reliable, to be honest. But I mean, I don't know, it's an SR20, something's gonna happen to it soon. So one of the last issues I can really think of too of this car is probably the wheel fitment, I would say. So most of the time when you're running S chassis and you're drifting it, a lot of people like to do the staggered look. So we're running 17s in the front, 18s in the rear for tire sizes. The reason why people love to run 17s in the rear is just due to clearance, especially when you're running an angle kit. We have a lot of clearance issue. I actually didn't have any issues with clearance. The only issue I really had was more of the rubbing on the wiring harness. It wasn't like a huge amount. All I had to do was just raise it up by about an inch and it solved that issue. I'm happy it didn't really destroy the harness. That would have been horrible. But yeah, so I don't have an issue. I don't know if it's because I'm also running extended lowers, so I am poking a lot and with the spec on the wheel. So maybe in the future we'll switch over to 17s. I do love how 17s feel on drift cars. Just like my other 240, that one is also staggered 17 and 18s in the rear. But Kansai doesn't make 17s in Astros. Sucks, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm just gonna run the 18s for now. You know, it's not really a huge issue. Maybe if I get more angle, it'll be an issue, but for now, it's fine. All right, but anyways, that is basically everything that kind of broke or failed on this car during that event. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that we need to change for the next event. Of course, power steering, bash bars need to go on. That's it. Oh, and overheating. Trying to find out why this car's not overheating anymore is another thing that really needs to be dialed in on this car. But once we get those all dialed in, this car is gonna be an amazing seat time car, and you know, I can't wait to get out there and actually start competing in this car. That's my main goal. You know, not to just keep drifting, but get more into competition drifting. So, yeah, 1J is holding up. It's not blowing up yet. Car's still in one piece. It's not hitting a wall like last time. So, just want to make this a quick video, kind of go over what needs to be done on this car, what needs to be changed, and basically, you know, what's coming up for, you know, this channel, what kind of videos are be coming out. So be expecting a lot of 1J 240 builds on this car, or on this channel, a lot of videos on that. I want to try to get a livery for this car, kind of match the pink, you know, engine bay. Maybe a little teaser hint for that. This car, a lot to come from this car. This car is going to get a full E85 swap. I guess it's not really a swap, it's me doing the whole lines in E85 tune on it. New turbo, Garrett 2867R Gen 2 turbo. And yeah, basically it's going to be a whole new SR20. It's going to be not built, still stock bottom end, but it'll be pushing 400 horsepower. So can't wait for that. Finally switch over to ethanol. Always want to do that. So first E85 car. This car is basically going to stay stocked for the season, but it's a good time to, you know, learn to drift in this car and basically dial it in. So pretty much wraps up everything, you guys. Like always, Hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next videos. Peace out.